I think it's great to do that because you teach that's how they learn.
Well, I would have been frightened. I wouldn't have made that decision myself. But he said, "Go on, do it."
Yeah, that's good.
Great. Okay, we're all good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I love that poster. It's great.
Isn't it fantastic? Doesn't it make you want to just look at her? Isn't she magnificent?
Yes.
It's just brilliant.
She was very fierce.
She's
Actually,
a warrior.
Her sister.
This one, Nancy.
I was thinking of the blonde one, yes.
She's a warrior. Definitely.
Yes. Well, congratulations on the film.
Thank you very
I watched
much.
it the other day.
Good, thank you.
And I really loved it.
Oh, good. Good.
I thought it's the kind of film that they don't really make anymore. Was it a difficult project? Did you find that difficult? Did you find resistance to it?
No, once I have to say we were financed. I've been on it for quite a few years with the producer. I started writing with the producer. It was a passion project for him. He'd loved the book since he was 12, and he became a sailor because of reading the book. All of those things, and he always wanted to make it, I think. And it took a little while to sort of get going because obviously there was but BBC Films came in quite early on and got right behind it, and they have been behind it since day one, and they've been fantastic, supporting it because it's a classic book, but as you say, it's a very traditional kind of it's a traditional storytelling, I'd say. There's no CGI, there's no animation, which in this day and age is quite unusual, but I think we all took the decision. And then when Philippa came on, it absolutely got completely cemented in stone that was how it was going to be told, that it was going to be told in a very classic way, but at the same time the magic sprang from the characters and how they see the world and what they do, as opposed to it being an artificial magic that was imposed upon it. So when they open a door, it's a real door, and they don't go into another world, they just go into another room, but the magic is happening in their heads and the imagination that the world that they then create.
I think it works on both kids because it appeals to kids' sense of imagination, and also to the adults because it makes them, at least for me, it made me think of my own childhood and how free I used to be.
Yes. I think a lot of people said that.
That doesn't happen anymore. I just feel like, I don't know, parents are a bit more...
I think they're cautious, and I think sometimes with good reason. But I think that when you see children, I mean, our kids came up onto the lakes, obviously, they learnt to sail. So these kids are really sailing these boats. And they had their own adventure while they were making this film. And that was beautiful to watch because you watch them commune, if you like, with nature and commune with the world and to get outside and to be part of that. And I think that has a huge effect on your psyche. It makes you feel... Yes, you feel very small in the landscape, but you also feel like you're part of something. And I think for kids, that's a really, really good thing for them to know that there is a world outside their computer and outside their screen, and it's there for the taking. And they, allow them to go and build a den or gut a fish or build a fire. Teach them those things because that's them learning about their world. So I'm hoping that the film will inspire that a little bit.
Did you find it, because they're about the age where they kind of have their phone and...
Yeah.
Well, actually now everybody
has a phone.
Over two has a...
Yeah, everybody has a phone and a tablet.
Did they find it difficult to kind of detach themselves from them?
I don't think they did, actually. I think for like the Teddy who plays Tatty, she's very like the character. I think she's gonna be a writer. She's an amazing storyteller, and her imagination just runs free. And I don't think I ever looked over and saw her on her phone at any point during it, because she's wrapped up in her own head anyway. So I think it all depends on the individual child. And obviously when they went home after filming, they could Skype, or they could FaceTime their friends, or they could do their Instagram or their Facebook. But I don't think that they felt disconnected from the world. I think it was an added dimension. To be there and to be doing this was just, it was special, and it was added, and it gave their own experience at home just another layer. I think it was really good for them.
Yeah, I wish I could do that again.
I know, no phones. I mean, it's in the Lake District, you can't really get a signal, to be honest. You've got to kind of go up a mountain with your phone and wave it in order to get a signal. So you soon disconnected. Hard to make a film where your communication is quite tricky, but you do disconnect from it really quickly, and you find yourself just relaxing. It's amazing. Amazing place.
So I'm assuming you went on the site at the.
I was
at
there
the
a
shoot.
lot. Yeah, I was there a lot, and it was brilliant to just be part of it and to see it.
What was one of the most challenging aspects of turning the book into the film? My understanding is you changed some things. You've added some.
We've added things because the book is of its time. I mean, it's 80 years old, something like that. It's of its time. There are aspects of the plot in the book that you couldn't really put on screen now because there's not enough peril and there's not enough jeopardy. And children want that in there. They want to be thrilled and they want to be scared and they want to be excited. Now, the beauty of Arthur Ransom's story is that he is fantastic at those small observations of childhood, those quiet, I mean, there's lots of drama in quiet moments. You don't need to zhuzh everything up to make drama. I mean, there's beautiful drama in quiet moments. But in terms of a cinematic narrative, you also have to give it something that gives it just that little, elevates it slightly for the modern audience. So the challenge is to take the best bits and to retain the essence and to keep true to the author, but at the same time serve your modern audience. So we went back to the book in the sense that there were certain things in the book that we knew had to be in the film, like the telegram, the houseboat, iconic moments that it would be wrong to leave out. But then you look at it and you think, well, what is their jeopardy? What is their peril? What do they learn? What are the obstacles they come up against? Because for Ransom, it was the magic of the adventure was the key. We needed to find other things to just make sure that our children had an adventure and a journey. And we went back to his own life story for that. And he was a spy, allegedly. No, he did. He worked for MI6. And he spent a lot of time in Russia. He was fascinated by Russia. And in the end, married Trotsky's secretary and brought her back to the lakes. So he has this amazing, fascinating life. And we did an awful lot of research. Philip and I went. We trawled the National Archives. We found all details about his activities, and we thought this is perfect, because here it is. Arthur Ransom himself was a spy. There's a storyline in the book which is about robbers stealing Captain Flint's trunk. So we just made them spies after him, and it felt like it was right and proper that we told Arthur's story within his own fiction.
That's great. I was thinking, I hadn't heard of him personally. I'm not sure how famous.
It's quintessentially British, I would say. Quintessentially English. I mean, there's a whole series of them. There's about 12 of them. They're fantastic. They start with The Swallows and Amazons is the first one, but then there's a whole series of them, and they're all they're all different and wonderful in their own way.
What I was wondering, what kind of books inspired you when you were growing up? Because this appeals a lot to the child.
The inner child.
Yes, when you're about 12 and you're kind of ready to step into...
to step into adulthood. That 1 foot in the child and one...
Yeah.
I loved books like Lorna Doone and, Little Women and Jane Eyre. And all those books I read cover to cover. I was a really avid reader. But weirdly enough, I hadn't read Swallows and Amazons. I didn't read that. I knew about it, but I didn't read it because I grew up on the west coast of Scotland in a working class town called Greenock. So... And although we do have the river, so the water was very important, it just didn't... that book wasn't a book that was particularly on my radar, whereas Treasure Island was, and Kidnapped, and all those other books. So those books, I think, Little Women, I love Little Women. I think it's a fantastic book.
You were a feminist from that.
from that height.
Yeah,
exactly.
How about... the stories about adventure and learning how to make a fire. I thought that was really interesting because I don't think kids are taught anymore how to find their way in the forest and stuff like that. How are you on with your survival skills?
I would be I don't think I could be left alone in a I would be looking for something. I don't know. I'm frightened of snakes for a start, so that would be terrible. I learned how to build a fire by writing this book, writing this script, because I didn't know. And I love that moment when he picks the stack up and blows into it, and it's like magic. So the fact that everyday things, there is that that hierarchy of needs, isn't it? That there's like a pyramid, and at the bottom is things that we all need. Like we need survival, we need shelter, and we need food, and we need warmth in order to, and we need, those are kind of the essentials of life.
Mm-hmm.
And in many ways, what they do, the swallows, is they discover the essentials. They discover how to cook for themselves. They discover how to make fire so that they've got heat, and they discover shelter. So we've really kind of gone for something quite primal, I think, in that.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, unfortunately, I'm out of time.
Oh,
it was
thank
lovely
you.
talking
Lovely
to you.
talking to you
Thank you
too.
very much.
Thank you.
Glasgow.
Was that?
Did you come down from Glasgow?
Yeah.
Wow. Just for the day.
Well, yeah, I do it quite often.
This is a quick trip.
Speed.
I don't know. I've never been. I've only been to Edinburgh.
But it's an hour sort of flight, so it's not too bad.
Nice.
Okay, I think we're all good. Thanks very much.
Great. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
I watched it the other day and I found it lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you know the book before you signed on to the film?
No, I hadn't read the book. I'd heard the name Swallows and Amazons, but I wasn't really sure what it was about. In fact, I knew nothing about it. So when I was asked to read the script, that was the first I knew of it.
And you having small children, had any kind of... Did it weigh in any way into you taking on the role? Because obviously it's a film that appeals a lot to kids.
Yeah, but that's not my main... I mean, it's not really about the children in the end, like whether they can watch it or not. Although that is a lovely thing that they can watch it and they have watched it. But yeah, it's generally just about the material and what I respond to.
And what did they think, I have to ask?
They really enjoyed it, actually, really enjoyed it. There was a lot of kids in the audience when it was at the premiere. They watched it, and my 8-year-old enjoyed it very much. The 3.5-year-old was a bit confused because he hadn't actually seen me in anything before, and so he was very puzzled.
And you had 5 different children.
Yes, and it was the baby he was most concerned about. He kept asking about the baby. Where's the baby? And why's that man got the baby? And yeah, that was his big thing.
Wasn't your 8-year-old saying to you, Mommy, they have so much freedom. Why don't you ever let me write?
No, but I wonder if he will at some point because I am even at the function after the premiere, it was during the day, and there was a veranda. There was doors that opened onto a veranda, and my son asked if he could go out onto the veranda that was still part of the area that we were in, and I had to think about it. And then I thought, it's so funny in the film. I'm just like, bye! They're all off on a boat, sort of to who knows where.
In a lake, almost drowning.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
was a different time.
It's true. Did you participate in because the children they learned how to man a boat.
Yeah.
And they were swimming and they were doing
I did nothing. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
I didn't know what they
join
paid me
in?
for. I didn't do a thing. Yeah. No, the kids were amazing. They really did sail the boat, and they learned how to do all the manoeuvres and everything, and I just stood in the dock sort of waving.
What was the shoot like? I imagine like a huge summer camp. In my imagination, it was like all fun.
That's why I was excited about the project as well. I thought it'd be a lovely memory to have, to being in the Lake District for the summer, and with a group of kids and a lovely project with a really lovely director, and that's kind of exactly what it was.
Well, it was her first big feature, right?
I think it's her first feature. Yeah.
Yes. How did she compare to like other directors? Did it?
Oh, she was amazing. I mean, I didn't think, you can really tell this is her first big feature. No, she was an incredible director.
What I found amazing is that it's her, she's done so much TV before, and she's just gotten
huge experience.
One feature in her 50s. Like, it took that long for a woman to, yeah.
Well, that's kind of the sad thing, really. It's just harder for women. I mean, there's a lot of women in the industry, but in the top departments, it's still sadly rare.
Yeah, I've worked in film production before, and I kind of noticed that too. But do you feel it's getting better, maybe, especially
it's
now
still
with
not,
TV becoming, not golden age, but now TV is hailed at, where the characters are at, where the good storylines are at, with, you know, like advent of Netflix and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So do I think...
Do you think it's gotten better for, you know,
I think it's
women?
getting better incrementally. I mean, it's not fast.
Not what people say, it's not fast. And also, this film obviously is based on a book that kind of appeals to children's sense of adventure. What kind of books influenced you when you were growing up that kind of had an impact on you for, you know, many, many years? Not anymore, obviously, but, you know, back in the day when you felt like you could really relate to some...
I read a lot of the famous 5 books, and I read a lot of books where children were at boarding school, and I really wanted to go to boarding school. I was very far removed from that kind of upbringing, but yeah, I did. There was films about the great outdoors that I really responded to, but Swallows, I don't know how I missed it, but I did. Swallows and Amazons just was not on my radar.
There's so many of them that they don't seem to write that type of book anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination. They're not... It's like young adult dystopian fiction nowadays. It's all the rage.
Yeah.
All like...
I'm just stuck in Harry Potter world with my son at the minute, so I don't believe there's any books outside Harry Potter, frankly, at this point.
Which book are you on?
We're on the Goblet of Fire. Is that right? It's the 4th one.
Oh wow, you have a way to go.
Yeah.
And also, they learned a lot. The kids in the film learned a lot about surviving in the wild and surviving, like having confidence in themselves. How are your survival skills like?
Well, in the film, it shows you how to make fire. So
if you were dropped into a forest or like...
No, horrible. I'd be really horrible. I wouldn't be able to eat anything yucky. I'm much happier with city life and room service.
So you're not a camper?
I'm really not a camper. No.
Great. Unfortunately, I'm out of time.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So hot, I know.
And speak about Swallows and Amazons.
Yay.
Great, we are at speed. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
I watched it the other day. I
Good.
thought it was really lovely. Remind me of the books I used to read when I was young. I saw you a couple of weeks ago. I was editing the BFG premiere, and you were with your daughter, almost giving an interview. And then the next week there was the Swallows premiere. Did you take your kids to that one?
I didn't go to the Swallows premiere actually because it was in the Lake District, and I never leave London. But no, I couldn't go. I'd love to have gone, but I couldn't go. But the BFG premiere was the first premiere that my kids have ever been to.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, should I take them? It's a bit weird, and I decided to. It was my instinct not to take them because I find premieres pretty stressful and unenjoyable. But they had a great time.
So did they see this film?
They've not seen Swallows and Amazons yet. I only saw it for the first time 2 days ago.
Oh.
But I can't wait to show it to them.
I'm curious what they will say.
Yeah, me too.
You
me
have
too.
so many different hats in the film.
I do.
And they're quite young. I wonder if
Yeah.
they'll get confused.
Yeah. Literal hats and metaphorical hats.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you have some of the most exciting scenes in the whole film. You have a train chasing.
I do.
And you have like a plane chasing.
Plane chasing, train chasing. Yeah.
And a boat. No, you're not on a boat chase.
I am.
Yes?
No, it's not a chase, but I get knocked out and put onto another boat. Yeah.
Did you do your own stunts? What was?
Yeah, all of them. Should have seen me on that train. Pretty stressful, but pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You don't know if I'm telling the truth now, do you?
I don't know
No,
what
you
happened.
don't know. Well, there you go. What goes on tour stays on tour.
In the film, you work with both kids and animals.
I know. A parrot.
A parrot, exactly.
Yeah. He was horrible, that parrot.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you try to teach him any bad words?
Tried to teach him a lesson. Yeah, I taught that parrot a lesson, let me tell you. No, he couldn't speak.
Oh, so was
It's all ADR. Do you know what? Here's a fact. I did the voice of the parrot.
no way.
Yes way. Yes way. I went to do ADR when you put your voice in, if they didn't record certain stuff properly, and the director was like, would you mind doing the voice of the parrot? So I did it.
You're like, I want double salary then.
Yeah, I'm paying me the same again, I'll do the parrot. Because that parrot was useless. You get it a lot with animals on set. There's amazing animal wranglers. Right? You go, okay, we need a cat. Well, should we just get a cat from, no, let's not, I'll bring my cat. No, we're going to need to get a cat wrangler. So they call up a cat wrangler whose job it is to bring a cat. Without fail, that cat will be terrible. I could just get a cat from the street and it will be better. Because how can you train a cat? You can't train a cat, and you certainly can't train a parrot. Only animals you can train are dogs.
Well,
And elephants in the circus.
you can't have those as a pirate.
No, you can't have an elephant as a pirate. Sink the boat. But yeah, that parrot. And it would bite me.
The parrot.
Rico. That was his name. I was trying to remember it earlier. Rico.
Aggressive.
He was a bastard.
Good riddance then.
Good riddance to Rico, mate. But probably still alive because they lived to like 100.
Oh,
Yeah,
isn't that the case with like the worst?
the worst people out
The
there.
worst.
They often but just think it's a spooky thought that if you buy a parrot, it's going to outlive you.
Oh, and a turtle.
True.
Yeah.
Well, there's a moral in this story somewhere. I don't know what the moral is, but
So how was the shoot apart from Rico, who was
apart from
horrible?
Rico, that prick,
Yeah.
it was all right. It was. It was lovely. It was really beautiful. The director was wonderful. It was amazing to film in these gorgeous locations. The cast were, the adults were fantastic, and the kids, some of whom had never acted before, were so good. And it's a film that I really believe in and care about, and I think it's an important film for kids to go and see. And I think it's entertaining for adults too.
Yes, I found that too. As I was telling Andrea, I found it works on two levels. It works for kids because it appeals to their imagination, and for adults because we remember what
Exactly.
life would used to be like,
Yeah.
20 years ago
Yeah.
when parents weren't so strict.
Strict, yeah,
Maybe?
exactly. Where they would let you go out on a boat by yourself. No, it's beautifully nostalgic and warm and wholesome and a force for good.
I was imagining the whole shoot was like a summer camp.
It kind of was actually. A lot of stuff where we were filming on the lake was really beautiful. You'd be like, this is crazy that this is our job, that we get to sit by a lake all day and then do a bit of acting. It's pretty nice.
But I heard that the mobile phone reception wasn't that good.
Yeah, which was great though, because you're cut off. You don't need it. We're so beholden to our mobiles, and you just remember a time when it was like where you would like not have your phone all day and get in and check your messages. Remember that? And it was like if you were out, you're out, and you couldn't get hold of anyone, and that was kind of amazing. I miss that, I have to say.
Did you have this sort of adventures when you were a kid? In the summer, I'm guessing?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah, I would go outside a lot, and I was encouraged to do that, even though I was very fat. So I probably didn't go out enough.
Would you let your kids go out like that now, or do you feel like...
I let them go out already. They're 5, 3 and 8 months, and the 5-year-old takes the 3-year-old out in the 8 months. They go to the arcades and stuff. They don't really.
No.
No, I'd love them. Yeah. I live in inner city London, and I'm protective. It's your instinct to do that. But I would love to, in this story, they go to the same place every summer. I would love to have that continuity for my children, to go to the same place every summer, that they have an affection and a bond to. I think that's really lovely.
Did you take them on set? Where they... You plan to take them back to Lake District then?
I'd love to take them back to the Lake District. It's a gorgeous place. Have you ever been there?
I haven't.
Well, you must.
I really want to.
Yeah, you should.
So how are your survival skills or camping skills?
Good.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
What's your best skill? Making a fire?
I can make a fire out of thin air. I can.
I don't think that's possible.
You haven't been camping with me. I can kill a stag without any weapons, and I'll skin it without a knife, and I'll prepare it just with my bare hands.
Can you find your way out of a forest?
Yes. Yes.
Without using GPS.
Yes. Yeah.
What would you be looking at?
I use my nose. Just use my nose. I've got a good nose.
Okay.
I'll get you out of there. Don't worry. No problem.
I'm very good at that. I think I would.
Imagine if we were together in a forest.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
you'd kill all the animals.
I'd kill every stag there, even if we weren't hungry, just for sport.
Yeah.
And then you'd lead us out with loads of pelts.
Exactly. We'll make some money just selling them off.
We're onto something here. Yeah.
Beginning of a great business.
Yeah, amazing. And a good laugh.
Oh, sorry, we're out of time.
Okay, good.
Looks like.
All right. Nice one.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah.